I know you have been talking about the Catholic Church's racial history, in Baltimore, Maryland in the early 1800s, but generally, what is the Catholic Church's racial history pertaining to African-blooded people? From the African diaspora, if we look at the hierarchical positions, the nunneries, the seminaries, attitudes.
Not anything to be proud of, Camille.
All right, will you just give me a general overview?
The popes have written encyclicals urging the bishops of the United States to stamp out racism. They have not obeyed. Only recently, within the last couple of decades, have they really become conscientious about stamping out racism. The Pope's encyclicals meant nothing. There was a big struggle from Rome. Are these people human, All these black people coming in, flooding, and are we to take them into the church? Do they have souls? All that. But finally, the popes realized these are God's creatures, these are human beings, and we must serve them.
But yet, in the history of the Roman Catholic Church, there are 3 African popes. Although many historians like to say they don't know whether they were black Africans or not, but they were African popes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that information, from my perspective, has been buried because I didn't know until I went to St. Cyprian's about these African popes.
Only recently have we been teaching about the tremendous contribution that the black popes have made. And the fact that, as you know, I grew up in a white Catholic school, and we never heard of it. I didn't even know the wonderful, what they call the Black Anthem.
Yes,
I never
the Black
even heard it.
Anthem.
I just love it, and I never heard it. I had to grow up and enter a convent to hear that. See, so I was deprived. I was really deprived of all that wonderful. My father became a black German.
Yes.
See, it's the mother who stamps the family.
Yes.
I see that all through my own family because I have a nephew who married an Ugala Sioux. And their home is a reservation.
Yes.
I have a brother who married a Creole. Yes. And, of course, she puts the Creole stamp on that family. I have a nephew who married a Filipina. And there's the Asian mother pushed them through. All 5 of them became achievers.
Yes.
Great achievers. But the mother is the one who does that. So my mother was a strong woman. And she stamped the German on us. So much so that my father was a stickler for English, pure English. He was a purist. And although he wasn't highly educated, he spoke gorgeous English. And he wouldn't let us speak slang or... in fact, Amos and Andy, we would love to talk like Amos and Andy, and he'd say, no, not even in jest. Don't do that even in jest. So he watched our grammar and he watched our, but we never got that racial pride. I got German pride. I was proud of being a German, but I had to enter the convent. And, well, in fact, even in the convent, this was a white order. It was a very white order, as you know, because you were educated by us. We didn't have this high black pride because it wasn't fashionable in those days.
Yes.
But I joined the National Black Sisters Conference 30-some years ago when it first was founded. That's the National Black Sisters Conference is a conference made up of black women in white orders.
Oh.
Which is a whole new thing, a whole different aspect of the racism. See, those women who did not go to black orders chose to go to white orders and suffered the racism that you would never believe. They suffered greatly. And what drew them together? Their common bond. We, from the black orders, are very few. I belong, and a few members of my community belong, a couple members from Harlem and a couple members from New Orleans. But for the most part, that didn't appeal to us. We were not a minority in our communities.
That's right.
So we had no reason to go. But I did get black pride.
I bet you did.
I got black. I really bonded with those women. I really did. It was one of the best decisions I made. I said to myself, I said to my superior, I'd like to go to all those meetings because if they're going to talk for black women religious, I should know what they're saying.
Yes, of course.
I am one. So I never missed a meeting. I never missed a meeting until maybe about 18 years into the thing. But I returned again of recent years. But I'm currently a member. I'll always be a member. But I don't need that type of reinforcement because I already have that now.
That's right.